And it's time for the second round of the AF Lager Championship. Let's have a look at the table. So here we have got the table. We're doing it in two halves still, just so we can see what things went through against. So, first of all, the first one to book its place in the second round was the Tsingtao, which beat the Karlskrona. We got the Stella Artois moved in against who beat the Saint Etienne, the Aldi version of the Stella Artois, and then Lucky Saint took the third slot after beating that revolting M&S Czech Pils. Biramoretti just sneaked past the San Miguel. Well, I didn't really just sneak past it, but neither beers were that particularly impressive. But the San Miguel wasn't really my cup of tea, so I ended up there. Interesting looking next because we've got two buys that moved through. The Warsteiner against the Beck. So that's very interesting. Neither of those have had to prove themselves just yet. The Rheinbacher has now been given a buy because, as you know, the Klausthaler has gone because you can't find it anymore. And the Days moved past the Corona to book its place in the second round. Let's move on to the second half. So the Madri beat the Bavaria. Madri was quite impressive. Bavaria was not. Well, you'll notice that the next slot was the Klausthaler DH, which beat the Estrella Galicia. But it's not. Because remember when I said, when that happened, I did say the Klausthaler, I wanted to separate it from the Madri. So if you look, I've put the Estrella Galicia, Klausthaler DH in at the bottom. And the Asahi and its buy has been put in the place. So I've just swapped them two matchups round. So now the Asahi is going to be up against the Madri for the first matchup of the second half. Kronenberg beat the Peroni. And the Bitburger beat the Budweiser, moving into the second round there. We had the Heineken beating the Estrella, and that's going to be up against the Lost AF. Then we have the Staropramen, which beat the Perlenbacher, and that is going to be up against the Klausthaler. So it's looking very interesting, and what I'm going to do is, moving on from now on, I'm just basically going to have all the matchups in one table, so we don't have to do first half, second half anymore. Anyway, let's talk about the beers that are going to be fighting it out today. So you saw them at the beginning, but here they are in person. We have got the Tsingtao, which is still available in home bargains. And it is up against the Stella Artois 0%. There's not much to say about these two things. These were 60-something p, I think, about 65p in home bargains. Your Stella, you can actually get them, I think, about 4 bottles for £3. A lot of the time, there's usually places that sell it at that price. Nothing more to say, really. I've been through the sugar content previously. And what can I say? They both got a bit of sugar in them, but not too much. Anyway, let's stop waffling. Let's get these poured out into glasses. Let's get the taste test underway. Okay, beers poured. Decent pours as well. I'm not going to do anything with the heads, actually. They were both poured about the same, I assume. This one seems to be holding onto its head a lot better than this one. Anyway, before we go any further, let's just tell you which one is which. So this is which one is which. Okay, that was which one was which. Now let's look at these two. So I say, much better head retention on that than that. Be interesting to see. Well, but some of the head's coming back on that one when I moved it. I am getting a sugunky smell coming from one of these. It'd be interesting to see which one it is, but I'm thinking I probably know which one it's coming from. But it might not be there anyway when I come to smell them properly. They are both the same colour, I think. They're both pale straw, a tiny hint of amber in there, nice and clear. What can I say? Let's... I'm not sure if I'll know which one's which out of these two. Let's get nosing them. So I'm going to nose this one first. So possibly a little bit too much in there, but we'll see. So let's get a smell. So a slightly kind of flowery aroma there. Nice and fresh. Zesty, lemony, almost like cloudy lemonade, that kind of lemon. It's interesting. I think I might know which one it is, but I'm not thinking that. Actually, no, I don't know which one it is. I don't know which one it is. I don't want to think like that. It smells fresh. It smells fragrant. It smells lemony. There's quite a bit of lemon in there, quite cloudy lemonade smell. A little bit of malt in the background, but not massively. Let's smell this one now. So this one, not as good head retention. Let's swirl it round. Although I've said that's coming back though. That's not bad. Oh, Yeah, so that's maltier. Very strong out of brown bread and Marmite. It doesn't smell overly sweet, doesn't smell really syrupy. Just lots of brown bread and a bit of Marmite. And a little bit of, I don't know, a little bit of hoppy character there. It's strange. I think that's what that is. I don't know. Just something a little bit punchy on the nose. Oh, there you go. It's throwing all over the place. Lovely. Something a little bit woody in there as well, though. There's something that's a little bit abrasive. Almost like, I don't know, fingernail polish. In there as well. It's not smelling great, I won't lie. That's not smelling great, that one. But it's about the taste, not about the smell. So this one's winning on smell at the moment. Although neither of them smell particularly brilliant compared to some of them I've had. Anyway, let's dive in. Let's have a swill. Ready to go. This one first. Cheers. Let's try again. So it's dry, it's crisp, it's refreshing. It's got a little bit of an aftertaste, not much. It's got an odd taste, I won't lie. But it's not a bad taste. Almost tastes like a, again, like a little bit crafty, like a lost saint? No, lucky saint, that kind of thing. A little bit of like watered down lemonade in there. It's different, it's not bad. It certainly doesn't have that horrible alcohol-free sweetness that I get with a lot of lagers. Not a huge amount of malt character in there, but it is interesting. Let's have a go on this one now. Cheers. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Well, maybe. Again, I'm thinking which one's which. That's not bad, that one. Yeah, I think I know which one's which, and it's hard really to do it objectively now. But you know, it doesn't actually matter. This isn't bad. It's a little bit gassy in that one. There's not a huge amount in flavour. It could be smoother. It's not particularly sweet at all, which is good. It has got a bit of malt character to it, which this one doesn't really. So that gives it points over this one. There is a bit of maltiness, but because they haven't overdone it, it's not like a really overwhelming kind of sweet, sticky maltiness like in the San Miguel. It's a subtle maltiness. And I think if you just want an alcohol-free lager that just tastes of lager, goes down easy, and doesn't make you feel a bit sick, that's nice. It's got a nice bit of bitterness as well to it. Let's go on this one again. I mean, this one's not that smooth, to be honest. It's punchy and zesty, but not very malty. You know what? It's a hard one, this. It really is. Oh, it's got a nice dryness to it, though, this. If you like a nice dry lager, which I think that's what you want from an alcohol-free lager, you want it to be nice and dry, because then it disguises the fact there's not a lot of flavour there. And it's different. It is different. I'm not sure if there's something in the background that I'm not a massive fan of. I mean, these are both really good, I think. Oh, pretty good. Let's not say really good just yet, but they're both pretty good. It's a hard one. They both got flaws, but they're both quite nice. But this one does taste a little bit watered down. But this one tastes a bit cheap. You know what? Oh, I don't know. Because of the smoothness, this is smoother. Yeah, there's something a little bit off though in the flavour. I'm running out of beer. I'm stumped. I'm stumped. I really don't know. If I was going to get another one of these, which one would I rather get? You know what? I think, I don't know. Be interesting to see how these do in the next round. But I think this one might get it. Actually, I think this one, just because it's got more bitterness. There's a bit of malt in the middle, and it's got a bit of an aftertaste. Whereas this one doesn't really have much of an aftertaste. It doesn't have a huge amount of flavour, really. It's just nice and dry and nice and smooth. So for that reason, just because it's got a bit more flavour and it's got a bit more malt, and it doesn't taste, you know, like nasty alcohol-free stuff like a lot of things do, this one's going through. So, got to guess that this one is the Stella and this one is the Tsingtao, but that would be a bit of a turn up for the books if I was right. So, yeah, so that's my decision. This one's going through. I'm thinking it's the Stella. I'll find out in a minute and I'll be right back. Okay, so yes, yeah, this was Tsingtao, and this was Stella, and I thought the Tsingtao was going to be one of the stronger beers to go for, really, and it's nice. It is nice. But I just think the Stella's nicer. It's weird. I mean, it's Stella, but it's crisp, it's refreshing, it's got flavour, Bit of malt in there. It's got a bit of bitterness. It's fairly smooth. It's not gassy. I'm not burping. And this one, yeah, and this is nice as well. They're both nice beers. For alcohol-free beers. But that had a bit of bitterness then. But yeah, I agree with my decision. Put that one through. We'll see how far it gets in the next round. But there you go. So, Tsingtao, gone. You're all right. You're decent, but not decent enough to beat this underdog. So yeah, you might disagree with me. I don't care. I think it's quite nice. I always have. So there we go. Stella, 0% through to the quarterfinals. Is it now? Yeah, quarterfinals. Stella through to the quarterfinals. What can I say? Nothing. Except, till next time, have a good one.